Every empire has its black market. Every financial system, no matter how sophisticated, hides a shadow economy beneath it. A place where truth trades quietly while the official world lies out loud. Because when money stops working, people don't wait for permission to survive. They build a second economy that doesn't need laws, banks, or central planners. It runs on the oldest currencies of all: need, trust, and gold. That's the part economists never talk about. The black market isn't a glitch in capitalism. It's capitalism stripped of its PR department. Weimar Germany, 1923. The mark wasn't inflating, it was evaporating. A loaf of bread cost 250 marks in January, 200 million by November. Cash became trash. Families burned banknotes for heat because coal was more expensive. Children played with stacks of cash like building blocks. Governments called it temporary. People called it survival. They stopped saving in marks and started saving in anything real. Gold, silver, foreign coins, even cigarettes. A gold wedding ring could feed a family for a week. Paper money became wallpaper, literally. When belief dies, the black market takes over. The same cycle repeated across war-torn Europe. Governments rationed food, medicine, and fuel in the name of fairness. But fairness doesn't survive scarcity. In occupied Paris, coffee was contraband, sugar a luxury, and penicillin a miracle reserved for those who could pay in gold or favors. Soldiers and civilians met in back rooms, trading uniforms for gasoline, diamonds for food. In the Warsaw Ghetto, black market traders risked death daily to smuggle bread. The state called them criminals. The starving called them essential workers. That's the second law of collapse. Legality and morality never collapse at the same speed. By the Cold War, the system learned to lie more efficiently. The Soviet Union claimed to have abolished markets entirely, but everyone knew someone who could get things. Need a refrigerator? Pay in vodka? Need car parts? A carton of Marlboros will do. Blue jeans became currency. Proof that Western luxury was more valuable than socialist equality. Even the elites used the same networks. The people's government had private stores stocked with foreign goods. Party officials' wives bought French perfume smuggled in through Finland while preaching proletarian sacrifice. Communism failed not because it was poor, but because it had to pretend the black market didn't exist. In Latin America, the script was different, but the plot identical. Argentina, 2001, banks freeze deposits and citizens wake up broke. The blue dollar becomes the country's real heartbeat. People exchange money in alleys, on sidewalks, at nail salons, quoting rates that change twice a day. The official peso is a joke. The underground one is survival. Venezuela went further. Inflation turned grotesque. People carried backpacks of cash to buy groceries and still couldn't afford them. So, they turned to gold dust, yes, actual gold dust, measured on kitchen scales and traded in plastic bags. The government condemned it, then quietly used the same system to fund itself. That's the irony every government repeats. The louder it condemns the black market, the more it relies on it. Because black markets don't just move goods, they keep the illusion of order alive. They feed soldiers, fuel trucks, medicate the sick. They do what bureaucracy can't work. During World War II, Allied officers bought contraband fuel from the smugglers they were supposed to arrest. In post-war Italy, the mafia's distribution network was more efficient than the government's. The underground has always been the emergency generator of civilization. And gold is the battery that powers it. It's the only money that doesn't require belief. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't vanish with a crash or freeze with a policy. 1 ounce in Berlin, Beirut, or Beijing means the same thing: autonomy. That's why every ideology that tries to replace gold ends up crawling back to it. When the church banned interest in the Middle Ages, Florentine bankers hid gold behind exchange contracts. When the Soviets outlawed private wealth, they hoarded Western coins and safes. When modern central banks mock gold as obsolete, they still buy record tons of it. Because deep down, they know the truth. When paper dies, gold survives. It usually starts small. Someone trades cigarettes for sugar, a mechanic fixes a car in exchange for fuel, a pharmacist quietly sells extra medicine. Then networks form: brokers, couriers, middlemen, until the hidden economy becomes the only one that still functions. Prices rise not by decree, but by necessity. Supply and demand operate without illusions. It's economics in its rawest form. Who benefits? Those with access, knowledge, or courage. Who struggles? Those who still rely on official systems. Every black market is a classroom with a difficult lesson. Trust is the most valuable currency. But these systems leave scars. When people get used to trading in shadows, they stop trusting institutions. After financial collapses or political crises, many nations learned lasting caution. Inflation taught fear, instability bred skepticism. In some regions, the honesty of a government is measured by the strength of its currency on the street. The hidden economy doesn't just appear during crises, it shapes what comes after. It changes values, habits, and expectations. It creates citizens who are resourceful, skeptical, and adaptable, people fluent in survival. And this pattern isn't limited to one region. As technology grows, new versions of informal economies appear online through digital assets, encrypted platforms, or peer-to-peer systems. These reflect the same instinct that has always driven people, to create systems that continue working when the official ones struggle. Studying these markets isn't about crime. It's about understanding resilience. They reveal the moments when trust weakens and adaptation begins. Every time official systems lose credibility, alternative systems take shape, one transaction at a time. The formal economy measures control. The shadow economy measures reality. When those two lines meet, transformation begins. So ask yourself, if your usual system suddenly failed, how would you adapt? That question defines the real economy, the one beneath the surface. If this gave you a new perspective, follow for more. History always leaves clues. You just need to know where to look.